Hey guys, I'm going to be setting up my new MacBook Air for developing some of my own personal projects, and that's the reason why I got this Air, so I can work on stuff while I'm on the go. And honestly, it's already been helping me make more progress because I find myself carrying it with me. My brother gave me this bag and I really like how slim it is, but also somehow manages to stay upright without tipping over, unless you give it a nudge. And the colour matches the MacBook. I should have gone with a dark blue iPhone to complete the set. Python was the first programming language that I learned, and so it's one I always like to have installed. But on my new Mac, if I open up a terminal and type Python 3, it prompts you with this message. I remember a time when Macs used to come with Python pre-installed, but as of late it's now part of the Xcode command line tools, which needs to be downloaded separately. You can obviously ignore this and just download Python, but it's a good habit to download these command line tools because it contains a bunch of essential development tools. In this case, I'll just download Xcode as I need it anyway, and it contains the command line tools. And now that's downloaded, I'm able to run Python 3. If you take a look at its path, you can see it's within the Xcode directory. This isn't the Python version I want to use, and I really don't want it to be within the Xcode directory, so I download the latest version through Python's website. If I type Python 3 in a new terminal, it should now resolve to the version I installed. This is controlled by my shell configuration, which modifies the path so that my installed Python is found instead of the Python in the Xcode location. I prefer this because I want to be sure that when I type Python 3, I know which version I'm using. With the Python that's located in Xcode, there's a chance of that Python version changing when Apple updates the command line tools. There's a couple of tools and frameworks I install as part of Python using the pip command, and one of those tools is IPython, which is just an interactive shell within the terminal, similar to the Python 3 shell, but IPython has a few more bells and whistles that makes it handy for testing stuff out. I use it to write short code snippets or to just look at available methods of a class. It's a quick sandbox area to dev in without having to make a new file. Using pip, I also download PySide 6. This module is used for creating graphical user interfaces. It uses a very popular framework called Qt, which is used within many industries from car displays, medical application, consumer appliances, and even professional tools like Autodesk Maya, which is used within the visual effects industry. There's a handy tool that comes with Qt, it's called Designer. It lets you build UIs by dragging and dropping widgets and layouts without needing to write any code. Sort of like Figma. But back in the day, Qt Designer really helped me get my head around layouts and how they used to organize widgets and ensure they resize proportionally. Let me know if you want me to make a video that dives into this topic. But yeah, pip installs these modules under Python site package directory, so they can be accessed from a Python script or a shell. So I've been using Xcode a lot more recently as I'm getting into iOS development. And to help me learn Swift, which is a programming language Apple uses, I downloaded Swift Playgrounds. This app has some tutorials to get you started, but the main thing I like about it is the basic Swift console it offers. It's an environment where you can test writing Swift code without having to initialize Swift UI. I usually have a split screen of Swift documentation and Swift Playgrounds. To also help me learn iOS dev, I download an app called Apple Developer. It contains a bunch of Apple's technical videos on programming. All of these videos are available on their YouTube channel, but I like this app as YouTube can distract me with other videos. I've used Figma for a while now, but I want to change it up this time and start using Sketch. The main reason is because of the spline tools it has to offer. I'm not entirely sure how it compares to Figma, but it offers a free trial, so I'm willing to give it a go. I'll probably end up using it mainly for designing icons or custom widgets. I've been using GitHub Desktop for my personal projects. I normally use it within a terminal, but on this Mac I'm being a bit lazy. The app pretty much does what I need, and I don't have to set up the SSH keys for authentication. To be honest, I'll probably set that up at some point so I can use a terminal, but for now the app is fine. Freeform is an app that Apple introduced not too long ago. I've been using it a lot to map out design patterns and data flows. It's a good alternative to something like Lucid Charts. I'd really wish that they add folders soon, so I can organise all of my boards. Right now they're all in one place. A workaround I have is to name the boards using a title and a subtitle with colons, so I can group certain ones together and search for them. Apple's Reminder app is my replacement to Notion. Although it's more limited, it still does the few things that I need. And one of those things is being able to track my projects using a Kanban style board. I didn't know that the Reminders app lets you view tasks in columns, and it was literally this that won me over. I've created a preset so I can reuse the same one for each project. And as you can see, I now manage my entire life using reminders. And that's my essentials for developing. I'm going to be sharing more of my dev journey, so why not stick around with a sub and I'll see you later.